Hello, my name is Sister John Paul. I entered our community in 2007 and made my final vows in 2016, and it's the best thing I've ever done. My story starts when I was quite little. I was 5 or 6 years old, and I had a dream. It was myself and Pope John Paul II in a big river, and he said to me, "Do something good for your convent." And when I woke up, I knew in my heart that I was going to be a sister, but I was so little I didn't necessarily know what that meant. So as I grew up, all my desires for family life and marriage grew, and I wanted to become a nurse and travel. And so I thought, Lord, thanks, but no thanks. I don't think it's going to make me happy to be a sister. So I'm just going to get married and move on with my life. Well, that's not necessarily what happened. I did become a nurse, and I was loving my life in the church, but I wasn't meeting the right person, and something just wasn't fulfilled within me. And it was a conversation with my brother, actually. He was a Franciscan friar, and he said to me out of the blue one day, "You're going to be a sister." And I thought to myself, no way. And I told him that. I said, "Please never bring this up again." So I was too afraid of what that might mean. I was afraid I had to give a lot of things up, and I didn't realize what I was running towards. And so I decided I would start to discern in a more serious way. It kind of got my attention, and I said to the Lord, I love you, I want to go deeper, and I know the one thing standing in the way is I won't ask you what you want in my life. And so we started adoration in our parish. I was living in Florida at the time with some friends, and I thought, oh Lord, I'll give you a couple weeks, we'll talk about this whole vocation thing, then just bring me my husband and this whole thing will be over. But that's not what happened. Thanks be to him. It turned in actually to 27 months of prayer. And it was during those times that he became my best friend. I started to take everything to the Lord. And he was starting to show me my heart, and he was starting to answer every fear that I had within there. And it came to the night before Pope John Paul II died. And we were opening our chapel all night long to pray for him, knowing that he was offering all of his sufferings for us, his children on earth. And it was then that I received the grace in the middle of the rosary to know God was asking me to belong to him. And finally, I wanted it with everything inside of me. And I was filled with a very deep peace and a joy I've never experienced before. I told the Lord, take me anywhere. And he brought me to New York City, and I joined our community. And I was so attracted to our community because of their family life. And what the Lord was showing me in that is that he was going to fulfill that family life, not the way I thought it needed to happen, but even more in the way that he had a plan for it to happen. And so I'm just filled with joy and so grateful to God for calling me to belong to him as his bride.